And talking about words, it's worth focusing on what the Chinese president has said. Prepare for war. He said it in so many words. President Xi Jinping wants the PLA, the Chinese army, to step up its combat readiness. Speaking on the sidelines of the National People's Congress, he gave his troops the marching orders. Here is a blueprint for China's defense forces for 2020.
On the sidelines of the National People's Congress, members of China's defense forces welcomed Xi Jinping with a round of applause. The Chinese president had nothing but praise for the PLA.
The fight against the COVID-19 epidemic is a test for our army. The People's Liberation Army has followed the party's command, responded rapidly upon orders, and played an important role and made outstanding contributions to the fight against the epidemic. Facts have proved once again that People's Army is always a heroic army that the party and the people can fully trust.
This meeting on the sidelines of China's parliament session is an annual affair, but the circumstances are very different this time. China is facing the world's wrath over the virus from Wuhan. And its leader wants his forces to prepare for war. Xi Jinping is not just the president of China. He is the General Secretary of the Communist Party and the chairman of the Central Military Commission, something that was created by Xi himself. The entire chain of command of China's defense forces runs back to the Chinese president. This gives him complete control over the People's Liberation Army. So when Xi Jinping speaks on military strategy, the generals listen. Statements from President Xi are cues. They determine the focus areas for the PLA. On Tuesday, the Chinese president set the agenda for the PLA. He wants his troops to stay on the offensive for the rest of this year. Beyond combat preparedness, the Chinese president wants the military to strengthen its training. He wants the troops to remain flexible and come up with new training methods, keeping in mind epidemic prevention and control. Technology is set to play a vital role in Chinese military operations. Xi Jinping wants the defense forces to push for independent and original innovations in defense. Despite the backlash over the Wuhan virus cover-up, the PLA will not take a back seat. China is under pressure to revive its economy after the outbreak. The budget constraints are obvious, but China still went ahead and increased the military budget. It now touches $179 billion. As China wraps up its National People's Congress, there is a close eye on the PLA. In the South China Sea, in Hong Kong, in Taiwan, as well as along the border with India. World powers are making moves to make China pay. But they shouldn't take their eyes off the PLA. Bureau Report, WION World is One.